The Atlanta Hawks #1 pick Zaccharie Risacher has looked very promising so far in the preseason, and at just 19 years old, many people assumed Risacher was going to be a long-term project for the Hawks. But after looking at these last few games, it's safe to say that he's most likely going to have an immediate impact. Now, despite some of the exciting and flashy offensive clips we've already seen, I think Risacher is going to have his biggest impact on defense. Where being a lengthy 6'9" and having really good mobility, Zaccharie has the perfect build for guarding in the modern NBA. Being able to both slide and keep his hips in front of the ball, plus having the length to disrupt any scoring or passing read from the offense. We'll see him here defending the quick and dynamic Tyrese Maxey out in open space. And notice how Zaccharie both has the mobility to slide and stay in front, and the length to extend up and alter the shot. And even if the offense catches with an advantage and gets Zaccharie on their hip, that size and length still makes every shot much more difficult. Throughout the preseason, I've also been really impressed with Risacher's screen navigation, where he's elite at reading angles, fighting through contact, and staying in the offense's airspace to disrupt their shot. On this play, Indiana's going to run an open ball screen for Tyrese Haliburton, and before the screen gets set, notice how Risacher is going to jump up to meet the ball, and even after getting clipped by the screen, he still works around and gets a solid contest on the shot. This play really shows how comfortable Zaccharie already is at fighting through contact, where Caleb Martin gets ahead of steam for this handoff, and Risacher is going to blast through and stay attached to his hip, taking away any real advantage. This play here is low-key pretty crazy, where Zaccharie briefly falls asleep off the ball, and Tyrese Maxey gets all this daylight working off these staggered screens. But Zaccharie still has the quickness to scramble out, and use that length to take away both the catch and shoot and pull up for Maxey. Now, when defending on the ball, Risacher still has some catching up to do from a strength standpoint. If the offense is able to get downhill and attack his body, they do have a good chance of knocking him off his base. But again, at age 19, I think Zaccharie is still growing into his body, and I see him naturally filling out over the next few years. Now, when moving on and looking at Risacher's defense off the ball, this is where I think he might even have more of an impact. When defending in gap, Risacher is an extremely problematic defender, where he can slide down to clog up driving lanes and make plays on the ball.
Last season, Siakam nearly had it stolen.
Plus, he has the quickness to scramble back out and recover to his man on the perimeter. This is picture-perfect defense right here, where Zaccharie sinks down and briefly covers two players on the weak side. Then he's able to close out and contain Martin off the dribble. Now, Zacharie's physical tools is already enough by itself to make him a high-level off-ball defender, but what really ties everything together is his awareness. Risacher is always putting himself in the right position, while reading his teammates and being proactive on his shifts. Notice on this play how Paul George is going to hit the roller, forcing Larry Nance on the opposite block to slide over, and Risacher from the weak side is ready to slide down to cover the next pass. Zaccharie is also very aware of matchups and who he can and can't help off of. Like here, he's defending a non-shooter in the corner, which gives him a license to slide across the paint to provide extra help on the screen. But now on this play, he's defending Maxey, so instead of shifting across the paint, he's going to stay glued up. Now, most of this stuff is pretty standard defensive reads, but it's really impressive that a rookie already has this type of defensive feel, and when pairing that with his physical tools, I think Risacher is going to quickly become a top tier defender across the league. Now, when transitioning over and looking at Risacher's offense, this is where his game is more of a mixed bag. To start with the positives, I already think Zaccharie is a decent outside shooter. It's going to be hard to predict exactly what his percentages are going to be, but I think he easily has the ability to shoot over 35% this year. Plus, playing alongside Trae Young, he's going to get plenty of high quality looks.
Capella finds it. Corner three is good.
Atlanta has also been using Zaccharie as a pick and roll man, where if he catches the ball with some momentum, he's easily got the ability to elevate over the backline defense. So Zaccharie both being able to space the floor and be a pretty effective roll man is enough by itself to make him an effective piece in Atlanta's ball-dominant Trae Young offense. But on top of that, I also think Zaccharie has good potential as an on-ball creator. First, I think he has the natural build to be an effective slasher, where he could use his long strides to step through traffic and create finishing windows in the paint. Plus, he's also comfortable attacking closeouts off the catch. But I still think Zaccharie has a lot of room for improvement with his ball handling. Right now, he's not comfortable making decisions in traffic, where he either aimlessly drives into crowds or plays with tunnel vision and ignores the help defense. And Zacharie's also not very effective in using his body to protect the ball. We'll see him here catch and attack through this pass. But notice how upright he is with the ball, allowing PG to easily reach across and poke it free. So that lack of ball handling and security is going to limit how much weight Zaccharie can carry offensively. I think he can provide some scoring with his cutting and spot-up shooting, but I don't see him moving the needle much for the Hawks offense. But when looking at Zaccharie Risacher's game as a whole, I think he's going to bring the Hawks value on both ends of the court. He's an above average defender both on and off the ball, plus his defensive IQ is off the charts for a rookie. His on-ball creation and scoring may be limited right now, but he still has the skill set to effectively score off of Trae Young's gravity. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what rookie you want to see me break down next. The Kid's here.